Yo, MTF, you 2 pounds, 150 out? Good, because I'm going to need you on glass for this one. Useful. Interesting. Now, hun, generally this is the boys' game that I like to play over here. I would assume that there's not many women in my camp for me to apply how to define the circumstances, right? I don't necessarily have that street. Well, it's because you are. You're working your way to the Valley team, yeah? Well, that's what's nature on it. And I mean, there will be others that we're going to need to consider here. Let's say Amadeus, for an example. When we're thinking about it, what do you look at? Here I'm reading the Pope's book. They were brought down to the stone quarry, these 200 angels that were spread across the ground to where it's supposed to be before we might get into Balbin over here for what it looks like on a smaller table. Maybe like out there in a smaller town or something like that where you got some issues about what's being dot plotted. Not just, usually it's their own Pope stuff about the possession of God. Because I'll beat my wiener. It's 24, and I'm single across the game, and, there's that. Well, they were probably running the train on or around town, but you just came into it. But you've had your dick so repressed about the church and what that is inside of there that Babin pops up. Right, you can't pass that up. You're never going to get the opportunity. It was an exorcism on duty for what it was, and that videotape ain't going away. And even if you manage to burn it, because technically speaking, there's nothing really wrong with it. You probably freed the demon from her a little bit and got her into the church. Same way Amadeus over there just took that pig and blasted his sorry ass when it comes to the silver. I'm probably going to put you on the farm with this because you just got exposed to the internet come 24 about what it was when some pope gets fucking upside down backwards pineapple possessed by this animal. And I'm not saying they're all bad. That's back to the idea of Babin and going down there with Dante's Inferno one at a time, trying to thumb through the paperwork of what the fuck happened to Adam and Eve over there. Job giving Samuel's variants on the story when you actually hear it first account. Can you believe it? No. But what is the physics to the ground when it's starting to turn around in town? Right? That's what happened. Somebody come and evaluated the place, and next thing you know, these popes, in this case, this is pretty extreme, they're running a mental facility where they're running the train on the girls and then fucking killing and eating them. Well, that's how some psychopath from the leadership took a bunch of these dudes like that should have been on the Demon Corps in the National Guard working the Saturday programs for Gomer Pyle's fucking bullshit to get them squared away, married, and BH'd up, and that's going to turn this place and just crack the ceiling, yeah? I wonder why. You get Hell's King. Well, think about it, Doomslayer. You're out there toe-to-toe with Pontius telling him what's fucking truth. You got Quintus down there in the guard that don't know what the fuck they're doing. Meanwhile, Forbes is across the board, and they're just talking to each other when it comes to who should probably doing the evaluation at their job or in the field doing the goddamn work. Because we ain't getting it. What do you think happens next?